Hi, my name is Gene with Performance Bicycle, and today I'm going to teach you how to adjust a linear pull rim brake. The tools you'll need are a Phillips head screwdriver, a 5mm Allen wrench, and an optional zip tie. Before this adjustment's made, you really want to try to make sure that your wheels are true. It will increase your braking performance. Now, the first thing you do before you adjust any type of brake, whether it's rim brake or disc brake or any kind of brake, is to make sure the wheels are completely in the dropouts. Put the bicycle on the ground, release the front quick release, make sure that wheel is all the way in the dropouts, and then relock in the quick release. You're going to want to do this for both the front wheel and the back wheel. We're going to put the bike up in the stand. Okay, now we're ready to adjust our brake pads. First thing we want to do is release the brake and take that optional zip tie. You want to wrap this zip tie around the very back end of the brake pad, the very back section of it. Now what this is going to do, this is going to create a toe-in on the brake pad. Okay, and what this toe-in does, it keeps the brake pads, it helps keep the brake pads from squealing. Okay, next, attach the noodle back into this little cage right there. And then we're going to go up here to the barrel adjuster, and you want to adjust this barrel adjuster out about 6 turns. There's a little slot on the barrel adjuster for that cable to slide in when you're replacing the cable. You can use that as a reference point. So we're going to turn it out 6 turns. 2, it's about 3, that's about 6 turns. You'll see quite a bit of thread showing from there. Okay, next, take your 5mm Allen wrench and take all the slack out of the cable. So loosen the pinch bolt, pull all the slack out of the cable. What I'm doing, I'm just pulling the cable here and holding these 2 brake arms together, so the pads are all the way up against the surface of the rim. And lock the cable back in. You don't need to over tighten it, just nice and snug is fine. Now, what I want to do when I'm aligning this pad, I want to align it as high on the braking surface on the rim as I possibly can without hitting the tire. You don't want it too low. As the pad wears, it will tend to migrate down the braking surface a little bit, and if you get it too low, it'll fall off the bottom of the rim. Take the 5mm, loosen up the bolt on there, and then move that brake pad up, like I said, as high as you can. It's going to be a little bit tight because remember we took all the slack out of the cable. Slide all the way up there, making sure that the pad is as high as it'll go. Also that the front edge of the pad is in the same location on the rim as the back section of the pad, and the pad is flat up against the rim surface. And now we're going to lock this pad into place. That aligns up your pad. You're going to do the same thing to the pad on the other side. Once we're done with aligning the brake pad, I'm going to go over here and turn your barrel adjuster back in all the way. Back in, all 6 turns, all the way back in. Now you can remove this zip tie that you put on there. And now you want to pull on your brake lever several times. And what you're looking for now, you're looking for an even spacing of the brake pads coming off the rim on both sides. So what you want is you want this brake pad right here to come off the rim the same amount as the opposing brake pad. What you can do is take your Phillips head screwdriver and adjust this Phillips head screw down at the bottom. What this Phillips head screw does is adjust the spring tension on this brake arm only, okay? So when you screw it in, it increases the spring tension on this brake arm, and it also increases the deflection of the brake arm off the pad. So if I go in here and screw this in, you're going to see that now this brake arm is moving a lot. This brake arm isn't moving hardly any at all. It's because I basically unbalanced the system. I put more spring tension on this side than I did on this side. Now I have a choice on how to fix that. I can either release tension from this side or increase tension on this side. I'm just going to go ahead and release the tension back. So we're going to unscrew it a little bit, and now you're going to see that both brake arms are moving equally, and we're getting equal distance off the rim on both sides. Okay, that's how you adjust linear pull brakes. If you'd like to learn more, visit our Performance Bicycle Learning Center, or if you live near one of our performance bike shops, you can come in and talk to one of our spin doctor mechanics. And have a great ride.